Now time for Lazy Brunch. We're joined by Amir Khan. How's your cooking?
Can't cook to save my life. Every time I go in the kitchen, my mum's always kicking me out.
Really?
I make more mess than anything, yeah.
Does your mum still cook all your meals for you?
Yeah, she cooks all my meals for me, yeah.
Really? Do you live at home still?
Yeah, I live still at home, yeah, and all the food's cooked for me. I just have to get up out of bed. That's what I'm saying.
OK, we've got an email in here from Luke Murray. Right. Says, what sort of meals do you eat whilst you're in training?
Oh, no fried food. We normally stick to, like, fish, pasta, bit of rice. Because you have to keep the carbs in as well, you know, because it's like
protein and carbs.
A lot of protein, steaks twice a week.
Right. Does it change the closer you get to a fight?
Yeah, it does, yeah, because I have to start making weight. So when I start making weight, I stick to like fish, chicken, because it's easy to lose.
Is it hard to get down to the weight for you, or
no,
easy?
I find it quite easy, you know. Yeah, I find it quite easy because I've just moved up to like welterweight when I won the world title. Yeah. So since then it's been quite easy. So yeah, I can pick out and eat what I want.
That's why it's best to be a heavyweight because they don't have any weight restrictions.
You can be
eat and
14 stone and above. You can eat as much as you want.
All right, we're going to start cooking.
Okay, so we're going to do beef rolls. So we've got some halal beef, which we'll come back to in a second, and then what we've got some coconut curry, some curry paste, red pepper, some onion, some carrot, and some coconut milk. I've also sliced a bit of leek as well. So just very quickly, what we do is we get the curry sauce on the go to start with, pop the curry paste into the pan with a little dab of oil into there, and just cook that out for a couple of minutes just to soften it. Then we add a touch of the coconut milk into there to make our curry sauce. And just whenever you use something like a curry paste, always break it down a little bit. Otherwise, it will become a little bit lumpy and it also tastes a little bit bitter, so you want to cook it out a little bit first of all. So that cooks out, then we slap the rest of it in and just bring that to the boil, and that's fine. That's what we're going to poach it in. OK, so what we're going to do with our meat. Now, our halal beef. Now, halal meat, if no one knows what that is, basically what it means is the way that it's slaughtered is important. So it's slaughtered by a cut across the neck, so all the blood is drained out of the meat at the point of slaughter. And it means that it's a...
You're doing halal meat, you're Muslim.
That's right.
Yeah, and that you only eat halal meat.
That's
right.
OK.
Yeah, and so basically, I mean, it gives a slightly different texture to the meat when you have it, and it behaves in a sort of slightly different way to people who don't normally eat halal meat. But the flavour from that point of view is exactly the same, really. OK, so what we need to do, Amir, is pop that between your two pieces of cling film, and then with the rolling pin is just bash this out. Now, what you've got to make sure you do is that it hits it flat. Because if you do that...
What we should have really done is we should have hung the whole bit of beef.
Yeah.
Like
I punched it.
Yeah.
Pour.
I could have joined you, Amir, and you could have seen whether I could have been a contender.
That's it. Bit of Rocky training.
Never boxed?
No.
I'm still undefeated in the ring, Simon.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, me too.
Never been in one.
Yeah. I'd be scared.
I've got quick feet, though.
We always good at fighting. You know, like, when you were a kid?
Yeah.
We always good at fighting. You know, there's always kids at school that...
Yeah, I was naughty, you know, when I was a kid, but then boxing totally changed my life.
You'd be a bit more...
What age did you first go in a gym?
At the age of 8. And, you know, when I walked into the gym, it seemed so natural. Like I was meant to be in there. You know, but it's not the cleanest place to be in because you can smell sweat. And blood.
Tears.
Yeah, tears.
Can I ask you a question as well? After you've won a fight, we've asked what you eat before. What is your meal you eat after the fight? What do you love?
After the fight?
Or what's your meal you crave?
Probably a curry or something.
Curry? Yeah. OK.
With some naan bread and stuff,
yeah. Does your weight fluctuate in between fights?
Probably 7 pounds.
7 pounds?
Yeah, so not too much.
All right.
I was saying to Amir, I think one of the amazing things, because people from Bolton have the most incredible pride in their town, more so than anywhere else I've been, including, like, you know, me being a Scouser, being from Liverpool. Yeah, beating him.
He's going to have to pull out his next fight.
That'll do, yeah. And then what we do, take all the cling film off there, and then we cut that in half.
You're going to have to cut this for your mum now.
Right. Down the middle like that, just right down the middle. Beautiful. OK, then what we do, turn it on the side. And you can beat these a little bit thinner if you want to.
No, of course.
And then just a sprinkling of salt.
You'd have to do it now.
No, it's fine. No. And then what you need to do is a little bit, delicately, a little bit of each of those on... Actually, tell you what, we'll do it on the thin end. On that end, OK?
Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to ask you another question from John, who says, I'm 11 and I have my first fight on Friday. Do you have any tips for me? What's the tip if you're a young kid about to step into a ring?
Good luck. I think he's going to be nervous, but I think he's going to enjoy it more than anything. I remember when I was 11, I was very nervous, but once I went in there, it seemed easy. All I have to say to him, if he wants to become a good fighter, you know, train hard, it's the work you put outside the gym, you know, like the road work and stuff. And then when you go to the gym, just give it 110%, you'll be all right.
But do you think you started at 8? Do you think that's a good age for kids to start?
I started quite young,
yeah.
You know, but you get kids at my gym probably start training at 11, 12. I think that's a perfect age as well.
Now, all we do next is just roll that up. So each of them just tuck it in.
Is that enough, though?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And you just roll it around. So basically what you've got is you've got raw veg in the middle of the meat. And then what we do with our coconut curry sauce, which has now just come up to boil, we have a little spoonful of that. And then the cut side down, Amir, just pop those onto the curry sauce like that.
My mum's watching this and...
I know.
I say, let me in the kitchen.
we expect to see photos next week that you go home and cook this for your mum and then send them pictures for us. So that goes in like that, and then basically you just poach these for about 10 to 12 minutes. You don't want to overcook the meat. All you're doing is getting this nice and soft and putting some flavour through it. So into the oven at about 180 degrees.
Do you ever get exhausted? And your fights never go on long enough, do they? But do you always knock them out?
Yeah, a few tough ones, yeah.
But do you get exhausted in a fight, or are you so fit that you never... Do you have to pace yourself?
With me, I like to give it all. You know, I want to give it 100% when I'm in a fight. Last thing you want to do is when you walk out of a fight thinking I could have done a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, so when I'm in a fight, I like the one when I won the world title, that went the full distance, 12 rounds, and I was knackered. Honestly, I couldn't lift my arms up in the last round, yeah.
Because I think even just to stand still and throw punches at nobody is exhausting.
It's tough, you know, it's very hard. Boxing is probably is the toughest sport in the world.
Yeah.
So there we go. So we've
got... we're going to taste that in just a minute, but have you done anything on there?
Yeah, just a bit of coconut on the top and a bit of lime, that's it.
All right, now over to Louise. Amir, do you want to
OK, while they're bringing over the brunch dish...
OK, we've got some emails coming in. What do you think of that? Is it nice?
Very nice, that.
Is it good? Amir, this comes from... actually, before we do this, you've just been out to Pakistan, haven't you, how were you treated when you got out there?
Oh, man, it was amazing. I walked out the airport and it's like a traditional thing. You know,
that's where your dad's from, right?
Yeah, my mum and dad from there originally, yeah. Putting all these flower necklaces around me and stuff. You know, they treat me well. I was happy to go there because I've not been there for, must have been about 6 years. Well, yeah, it was good to see my family and stuff.
And how is boxing in Pakistan? Is it any good? Will it get there? You're going to try and help it?
I think it's going to start improving in the next 12 months. I can see it getting better. You know, I was there at a boxing tournament, and I think from about 20 fighters, I think they only got 1 gold medal. So, you know, they need to improve the boxing, but, you know, I'm here to help if I could.
OK. Listen,